Well, boys, it's around that time again. It's around that time again where your boy Phil has to do something because solo leveling has been put on another week hiatus. For those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, who have been living under a rock and maybe are confused of why you haven't been able to read a solo leveling chapter, solo leveling got, a week break last week. It was supposed to drop today as of the time this video comes out. The chapter was supposed to drop today. Chapter 156, I think we're on. Supposed to come out today. Didn't happen. As of a few days ago, another announcement came out that the chapter is going to get put on hold yet again. So it's going to come out July 1st now. Maybe it'll happen again. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a few other delays. Who knows? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a good thing. It probably is. Because from the conversations I've had with a lot of light novel readers and manhwa only readers, there's been a concern. There's been a growing concern of the quality, of the continuity of the solo leveling manhwa. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably a good thing, that we probably needed this break for a while. And, none of us want a long-ass hiatus, right? None of us want the year-long hiatus to happen, right? Or a month-long hiatus, whatever the number may be. None of us want that. But, if it's for the good of the manhwa, of the quality, of the continuity, that's a good thing, and I'm okay with that. And obviously, health reasons, that's the main reason they're putting out in this announcement for the hiatus. So, yeah. We don't want to fuck around with that either. And while maybe we do get like a few more chill chapters, right? A few more, you could call them filler even though they're not filler, but a few more filler chapters before we get to the Monarch War juice. I'm still excited. I'm still excited for whatever we get. Guys, solo leveling, the Monarch War. What the frick is going on? Let's do this shit. Let's talk about it. So there's a few things right off the bat that I want to talk about regarding the Monarch War, regarding what we're going to get, regarding who could possibly show up, because that was something I was waiting on for a while, and it still hasn't happened. We still don't know who's going to partake in this war, right? I thought we would have got a chapter where we see like a bunch of heroes and hunters and everything come through to South Korea, and we find out who's going to partake in this war. That hasn't happened yet, and I don't think it's going to anymore. Because, listen, the gate is going to break. It's going to break in like a few days now. Like maybe like 3 or 4 days. Some shit like that. Obviously, it's been a few days. My boy Wu is going on dates now. We got to prepare for the fucking war, bro. Dates? No. War. Nevertheless. Yeah, shit is going to go down pretty soon. And we haven't got a army together yet. So I'm kind of on the fence about what I think is going to happen. I think it might just be my boy Sung Jin Woo on this one. I think he quite literally might have to solo the Monarchs, and I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't know if he's strong enough. I don't think he is, man. Like, it's 3 Monarchs, and they all have armies. It's 3 Monarchs versus my boy Sung Jin Woo. And yeah, he got the double daggers, but are the Kamish daggers enough for this dude to be able to 3v1 the Monarchs? I don't know. I really don't. You also got the boy Thomas Andre there. Maybe he fights, but he's not really going to be that much of a help anyways, right? I mean, I don't think he's strong enough to fight a Monarch, right? Maybe he could fight some big ass like minions of the Monarchs, who knows? But yeah, I don't think he's going to be much help. None of the heroes really on Earth are enough help to fight these Monarchs. Maybe my boy Lu Zhigang is strong enough. Is he going to come through, though? I don't know. I don't know if he'll come through. I really don't think so. I've been a strong proponent for my boy Sung Jin Woo's dad probably won't show up in this arc. But now I'm starting to think he might, just because they've been foreshadowing his father for a while now. Like with everything the mother and the daughter were saying, everything they were saying a few chapters ago, and I think last chapter too, everything they were saying. Even my boy Sung Jin Woo takes Cha to the amusement park, references his dad. They've kind of been foreshadowing my boy Woo's dad for a while now. So I'm starting to think he might make an appearance. And if he does make an appearance, maybe that does mean Lu Zhigang pops out too. Who knows? Because my boy Lu Zhigang really wants to, find out what's going on with Sung Jin Woo's father. So maybe that's something that happens too. I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to think the dad might show up. I really am. So we'll see if that happens in this arc. He's definitely up there in strength. I'd assume that he can probably take a monarch on for sure, change the tides of the battle. I think that's something that could happen for sure. But overall, I don't know, dude. It's looking like my boy Sung Jin-woo is on his own on this one, and that's scary. That's kind of scary. I mean, we saw 2 chapters ago, Beru's not strong enough to do anything. He said it himself. He was like, yo, Beru, you're not strong enough, bro. What the fuck? And he's max level, so that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. The shadows are not up to par. My boy Sung Jin-woo possibly not up to par. I have a feeling my boy Sung Jin-woo might take down like 1 monarch out of the 3, but for the other 2, they could just swarm him, bro. What's gonna go down with that? I don't know, but I don't know, dude. I don't think he's strong enough. I really don't, but we'll see. I'm excited to see the double daggers in action, though. That's something that I'm excited for, at least. Let's talk about a character I don't think is gonna show up in this Monarch War arc. Someone who we kind of know a little bit about now. We've only been introduced to him like recently. He's a very recent character, and that is the Dragon King, the fucking monarch of mass destruction, some shit like that. Yes, the Dragon King, right? This guy. Now, something I was tossing around, right, when we were getting the, when we saw the daggers that, you know, my boy, Thomas Andre was going to give to my boy Sung Jin-woo, I was like, yo, what if these daggers have, like, the Dragon King's magic in them or something, or they once belonged to him? I thought that would have been cool. I thought that would have been a major thing. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's going to happen. But, nevertheless, the Dragon King, right? Yeah. This guy's kind of like endgame as fuck, right? I think this guy's endgame as shit. I mean, even when they introduced, remember when we had like the Akatsuki panel, right? And we had all those monarchs all like chilling in that cave and shit. And they were talking about the Dragon King, how we only take down my boy Sung Jin-woo once the Dragon King is here. And the Dragon King, he can't like materialize or something. There's not a worthy enough vessel on Earth that, you know, the Dragon King can take. So he's looking somewhere else for a vessel, and I guess he'll pop out eventually, maybe? I don't know. Like I said, he's endgame. He's gonna come down a while from now. After this arc, for sure, we'll see the Dragon King. And it kind of makes me wonder, what's the vibe and what's the goal and how are we gonna feel against the other monarchs once this whole war is over, right? Like, we got the 3 monarchs. We got the Ice one, the Beast Monarch, and the fucking Waifu Monarch, right? We got those 3 against my boy Sung Jin-woo. Well, what if when he beats them, if he beats them, what if when he beats them, what's going to happen with the other ones? Is he going to just want to take them down too? Is that what he's going to want to do? I don't know. Because, you know, they sounded like kind of scared. It was a weird vibe how they were sounding towards my boy Sung Jin-woo when they were in that cave. They were sounding a little weird towards him. So I don't quite know what the what's the relation gonna be between them once all of this is over. It's kind of odd. It's kind of weird, and I don't know what they're gonna do with my boy Sung Jin-woo either. These 3 monarchs that are gonna go attack him, that are gonna go jump him, right? Because, you know, the end goal for the monarchs is to preserve his body, I think, right? For the boy Ashbourne, the Shadow Monarch. That's what they want. They want to revive him because he's got the Shadow Heart and he's got his other heart. He's got 2 hearts, right? Like, Ashbourne is still alive. Not alive, but he's still, you know, preserved, right? Because that's the whole point with these monarchs and these rulers is they're looking for vessels. And my boy Sung Jin-woo right now is a vessel. Still, I think, even though he consumed the system, that was a thing he did when we were back in the Return to the Temple of Cardonon, that arc. Remember why that arc is so huge? Because he devours the system. I still think he's still a vessel. I still think that's a thing. But, you know, if the system was being used as a guidance for the resurrection of the Shadow Monarch, Ashbourne, that guy, then that would make a little bit more sense. And it might all be messed up now because my boy Sung Jin-woo just said, fuck the system. He just devoured that shit. So, yeah, it's a little odd. It's a little weird. Little weird thing going on with my boy Sung Jin-woo and his shadowy heart. I think that's going to be something important in this arc for sure. And we might see, like, I don't know, him fight himself or something, you know? Because I think we got a panel like that a while ago. Yeah, remember when Sung Jin-woo was like in his soul or some shit and he saw the younger version of him? Yeah, that was weird. That was weird, bro. That was a really weird panel. There's a lot of weird shit going on in Solo Leveling, and a lot of mysteries that are gonna have to get answered in this arc and in the future for sure. I don't want a lot of plot holes. I don't want a lot of plot holes. Please, not a lot of plot holes, because there's a story. There's a story to Solo Leveling. There is. I'm very intrigued in the lore and what's going on in this series. So I do hope a lot of it gets answered, preferably in this arc, but throughout the whole series, because a lot of people are expressing concerns that the series might end this year or early next year, which is crazy, which is wild. It doesn't even feel like it should be over yet. But hey, Monarch War, baby. This is the big arc of Solo Leveling, and I'm excited for it. But guys, that's the video. Those are some of the big things I'm looking forward to in this arc. We're going to see, man. These next few chapters are going to shape out, and we're going to see if my boy Sung Jin Woo has what it takes to get past these monarchs, because this is going to be pretty big. There's a lot of endgame stuff still to look forward to in Solo Leveling, like the Dragon King, like the rulers. Hello, his father and the rulers. I don't think they're really going to show up in this arc, if I'm being real with you. I mean, his dad, yeah, his dad might show up, but the rulers are a whole other thing. They deserve their whole other arc. That's an untapped resource we still have in this series. What the fuck do we know about the rulers? Nothing. We don't know shit. So that deserves its own arc, for sure. The Dragon King deserves his own arc. I'd even say Luja Gang deserves his own arc. A bunch of other stuff to look forward to in Solo Leveling. But it's looking like right now it's all about the Monarch War, and I'm excited. We're going to see what happens. 3v1. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, that's for sure. But guys, let me know down below. What do you think we got coming in Solo Leveling? What are you guys expecting? What are your predictions? Some of your theories, some of everything. What are you thinking about the series? Let me know. Concerns, thoughts, ideas, predictions, all of it. Let me know down below. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.